Good morning. It is a brand new day. Getting this kick started and just enjoying the nice outside weather. It is so cool lately in the Marshall area at the morning time, but it starts cranking up the heat real fast as it approaches the later afternoon times, and just getting a good start to the day with fresh air and good sunlight. I think that's the best way to start off the day. Don't you think so, Rosa? Don't you think? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's very good. I remember when we were first out here in this area, there was like nothing out here, but they've implemented a lot of things here lately, and this courthouse is like the centerpiece of this town. Just an amazing piece of construction here out in the East Texas area. I just like how it's built, and even during the Christmas time, you can see that there's a lot of lights on there, and I usually come out here during Christmas and get some good drone shots of this building, but today it's just a normal day in July. So just an interesting piece of history here. These guys right here, it is a symbol of Telegraph Park, and this is the first telegraph office in the state of Texas, which was established at this location on February 14, 1854. And the Texas and Red River Telegraph Company, they were the ones that merged several times and finally became the Western Union Telegraph Company. And so the telegram was a chief method of communication back in the 19th century and early 20th century, and it was very important for a lot of things that they did back in the day. Business, personal, military. Telegram was used to answer every kind of communication that was needed. Of course, nowadays, everything's done through email, and it's very easy to get your message across with the simple use of a cell phone. My, have times changed, huh? But back then, they had these messenger boys, which had a telegraph system, and boys as young as 10 years old, they would ride their bicycles and deliver their telegrams, and they were trained to be courteous, friendly, and fast. The grind don't stop. Let's get this money. It's a beautiful day. As long as people keep smoking and drinking, hey, we'll be in business. Thank God for air conditioning. All right, so real quick, I just wanted to talk about the book that I just got done finishing. It is called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I got it on the Kindle device, and that's what I've been doing here at the store when it's not been busy and when I don't have customers just swarming here. Some of the key takeaways that I was getting from it was that you don't have to have a lot of possessions, a lot of things to make you happy. This guy, he was working as a lawyer, and he was making a lot of money and buying things like houses, Ferrari, and that's where he thought he was getting his happiness from. But he ended up just selling all that after a heart attack, and then he went to India to find some answers and ended up in the Himalayan mountains. And in the mountains, he talked to some monks who was teaching him some very important lessons, and I'll show you some of the key ones that I learned while reading this book. Okay, so the first lesson is the power of silence, the power of meditation, just the ability to calm your mind, okay? This is one of 10 simple rules that he has. It's a ritual for radiant living that he does. And the power of silence, it allows you to calm your mind, allow all the stress, anxiety, and things throughout the day just melt away if you just sit in a nice corner of your house and just meditate, just focus on your breathing and just clear your minds. They say that your cup cannot be filled up until it is empty first. And so that is the first ritual for radiant living. The second one he came across was the power of exercise. And I already implemented this into my morning ritual. The power of exercise has helped me to kickstart the day, and I really enjoy doing things like walking around, jogging around my neighborhood to get the blood flowing, and also absorbing the vitamin D from the sun. That natural sunlight, it gets my body out of the sleeping cycle and gets my body into waking up and feeling more energetic. The power of exercise is good. It doesn't have to be such intense exercise. You can also just get out, exercise with some weights and stuff. And I've been doing that Like today I went to the gym, lifted some weights, worked on my shoulders, my chest, and then afterwards ate a good healthy meal, which brings me to my third power of vegetarian diet. This is what he talks about in the book, is you got to eat healthy. When you're eating a healthy meal that a lot of animals duplicate out in the world, like you see cows eating grass and they're eating healthy, and you see different kinds of animals that just survive off of vegetables, off of vegetation coming out of the ground alone. And that is the power of the vegetarian diet. You got to eat clean so that you'll feel good. And he was talking a lot about not just eating meats, because meats take a longer time to digest. And that is the fourth ritual for radiant living. Okay, the third ritual for radiant living. Okay, the fourth one is the ritual of knowledge. And in this ritual, he talks about reading regularly and applying what you read to learning consistently. Okay, and so there's a lot of books that I read out on my Kindle, and a lot of them are like self-improvement books to help my character and to grow as a person. And so read a lot is what he's saying. The fifth one is personal reflection. Throughout the day, things happen. What separates the human being from animals is that we have the power to reflect and learn from things throughout the day. You can write things down in a journal. You can just think about it at the end of the day or at the end of the year, just all the things that you could have done to sharpen the saw and make your life-changing adjustments along the way. The sixth ritual is the ritual of early awakening. Waking up early. The power of waking up early just gets you momentum throughout the day to tackle the day much more better. When I've been waking up over the past month, maybe 2 months now, I feel a lot better because I got that momentum going into the day. When I'm exercising, when I'm eating good, when I've read up, when I've journaled, I just feel a lot better that my day is easier to tackle. The seventh ritual of radiant living is music. Music helps you get in a creative state. Music affects your mood. There's different kinds of songs out there. Like one of my favorite songs is the Santeria song by Sublime. It's on my playlist. You listen to good music like that, classical music, even before bedtime, you can get into a better relaxed state and your brain waves act differently. It's just a cool way to feel the good energy out there. Also, the eighth ritual of living is the spoken word. Your words, each and every single word that you put out into the universe has power. Words are energy, and words affect your mind. When you're talking to yourself, try to put words that are in your mind that are very positive instead of negative, because at the end of the day, those words are going to start manifesting itself, and it's going to be ingrained in your mind as a belief. And whatever you tell your mind consistently, it'll start believing these things and creating the things that your mind has been told to do. The ninth is congruent character. You want to have a solid character and work on your character. Your reputation is everything. If you don't have a good reputation, then you don't have anything at all. So just constantly work to improve your character by being persistent, by taking action, things of that nature. Rule number 10, the final rule, is the rule of simplicity. When you're keeping things simple, you're not going to complicate things. And this is an example like objects. Whenever you're having things like collecting things like hats and whatever it may be, materialistic things in the world, those things don't bring a lot of value. Like the other day, I was looking for a flashlight that I had a while back, and it was just driving me crazy trying to find this thing because I couldn't find it. I was looking everywhere for it, but at the end of the day, I thought to myself, even if I don't find this thing, it's okay. I don't have to have that one because I already have like 4 or 5 other flashlights that I could use. So the rule of simplicity, just the less things you own, the more you have. I think they call it minimalism. So these are just the pullaways that I've got from reading that book, the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari is the book name. And if you have the time, I highly suggest to go read it. It's a good one. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to wrap this video up here. Alright, see y'all on the next one. Peace.